Hello and welcome to Cliff Reviews Art House. This time I'm reviewing the film Happyend, directed by Sora. This is a Japanese film and it's curious. It's clearly engaging with serious ideas: surveillance, authoritarianism, racial purity, and the fragile energy of youth rebellion. These themes are potent, and in our current climate they should feel urgent. But the film approaches them with a strangely comic tone. I think it's supposed to be a comedy, but the problem is I didn't laugh once, not even a smile. Meanwhile, there was a Japanese woman behind me and she must have laughed 20 times. There was bits of laughter elsewhere in the cinema. Perhaps the humour simply doesn't translate. Maybe it works in Japanese, but not for me. Still, I found the overall effect quite jarring. That lightness of touch has consequences. Rather than sharpening the edge of the politics, it blunts it. I never felt that the big themes landed with much depth. It feels like a film that fills itself with highly topical themes and metaphors, but does it more as a tick box exercise rather than with any deep meaning. I also felt that the characters never gained much emotional weight. I wasn't really drawn to any of them. Their struggles around identity, rebellion or belonging, they remained abstract, almost oversimplistic. It doesn't help that the film is nearly 2 hours long and it feels it. There are stretches where very little happens, at least in terms of emotional development. The pacing drifts and the lack of intensity makes the runtime feel slow. On the whole, it seems that the critics have been positive about this film. Either I'm missing something, or it's an example of how people enjoy a film because they recognise highly topical issues, and that's enough to make it feel timely and even stylish. I never quite got to grips with this film. It never ever drew me in. I can appreciate that it did avoid tying things up neatly. There is a lot that's ambiguous in this film, but for me that balance tipped too far towards levity. Instead of an urgent exploration of authoritarianism and surveillance, I found it to be a soft comedy that skimmed the surface. The panopticon was there, but only as a backdrop, never fully developed. The rebellion felt more like a set piece than a lived reality. So while Happyend is clearly ambitious and has been well received by critics, I left the cinema underwhelmed. For all its talk of fear, control and resistance, the film never shook me. It never made me laugh either. It remained curiously flat, a film about the urgency of rebellion delivered without urgency. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.